Good?
The man who delights in the law of the Lord will be blessed. He will be like a tree planted by streams of water. He will be fruitful. He will prosper. God has an amazing, unique blessing for those who choose to follow Him instead of walking in the counsel of the wicked, standing in the way of the sinner, and sitting in the seat of the scoffers. There's goodness in life or wickedness in death. The choice seems so obvious, but obviously it is not. If it were really so obvious, then why would so many, literally billions of people choose wickedness and death when they have been offered goodness in life? The answer, I believe, is because the choice is not always so obvious. Not to everyone, maybe not to anyone. According to the clear biblical text, Adam and Eve did not make a choice between following God's clear instructions or eating moldy, rotting, nasty-looking fruit. No, the choice was between following God's clear instructions or eating fruit that looked like it was good, delightful, and desirable. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was a delight to the eyes and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Genesis 3, verse 6. The choice is not always so obvious. More often than not, the choice has very little to do with our circumstances and has everything to do with God's character. That is what is really under attack. Is God good? Is He trustworthy? Does He know what is best for us? Does He even care? If the answer to all of these questions is a resounding yes, welling up from the depths of our souls, then the circumstances really don't even matter. In fact, if the answer to these questions is a resounding yes from the depths of our souls, we will choose the moldy, rotten, nasty-looking fruit over the good-looking fruit if that is what God asks us to do. We will choose the wilderness for 40 days and nights over our own comfort if that is what the Spirit of God is leading us to do. We will choose to carry our cross over being carried to a throne if that is God's will for our lives. Jesus answered each of these questions with a resounding yes from the depths of His soul, and He calls us to do the same. He empowers us to do the same. Though He was perfect and sinless, Jesus was often called wicked and sinful. Should the people follow Him or should they crucify Him? Again, the choice is not always so obvious, especially when you're caught up in the moment. Psalm 1 verse 4 talks about chaff. And the funny thing about chaff is that it grows up with the wheat. To those who do not know what they are looking for, both the wheat and the chaff look the same. How can the untrained eye even know the difference? How could someone know what is useful and what is useless? One day all will be made clear. As John the Baptist made clear, God's winnowing fork is in His hand, and He will clear His threshing floor and gather His wheat into the barn. But the chaff He will burn with unquenchable fire. One day all will be made clear, but what about today? Psalm 1 gives us a clue. As we have already seen in previous episodes of the Midweek Worship Connection, the righteous will be like a tree planted by water, bearing fruit in their season. But what about the wicked? The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Psalm 1, verse 4. The wicked will be driven away by the wind. God is good. He is trustworthy. He knows what is best for us. He cares. Today and every day, trust His character above your circumstances. Drink deeply from the living water. Allow yourself to be planted in His Word. Do not be tossed in the wind like a wave of the sea, being double-minded, unstable, and like the chaff that will be thrown away.
What a sobering reminder that those who choose worldly wickedness over God's righteousness will be driven away like chaff. Thankfully, that doesn't have to be our story. We can choose to put our faith in Jesus Christ alone for salvation today, to follow Him all through this life, and to be with Him forever in the age to come. The Midweek Worship Connection is a ministry of Jeff Polen Music, which exists to point others to Jesus Christ, who is the source of all truth, love, life, and good, and in the process, not to miss Him for ourselves. Jeff Polen Music is a nonprofit ministry, and we're able to continue to do the work that God's called us to do because of the faithful support of people who believe in this ministry and who have been blessed by this ministry. If you would like to know more about how you can help to support the Jeff Polen Music Ministry, please check out our website and click on the Become a Ministry Partner link. We hope you will consider partnering with us in the awesome work that God has called us to do. We hope that you have been enjoying the Midweek Worship Connection. If you are, please take a moment to leave a comment below. We love hearing from you and hope that the Midweek Worship Connection has been a blessing to you. To wrap up today's episode, here's a song from Polen Band called You Are Glorious.
All right, let's put our hands together now. God is good.
Here we are, Lord, standing before you, asking for your grace again. Consumed by our needs, blinded by our greed, oh, wash us, cleanse us from our sin. Joy and gladness. Open our eyes, let us see that you are glorious, always holding us, the only thing our hearts could ever need. You are glorious, reigning over us, on the life in you we find our peace. We are, Lord, humble before you, living by your grace again, transformed by your love. You reached down and lifted us, you saved us, you freed us from our sin. Fill our hearts with joy and gladness. Open our eyes, let us see that you are glorious, always holding us, the only thing our hearts could ever need. You are glorious, reigning over us, on the life in you we find our peace.
Yes, Lord. Oh, sing out to the Lord. Everything, you are all we need.
You are all we need. You are all we need. You are all we need.
That's right, you are everything.